G'day everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing another cheeky tips video about 10 more tips I'm going to share with you that help you region guess countries easily. So yeah, without suffering around too longer, let's get into it. First tip I have here, we're in Missouri, and a lot of their roads are organised with these letters like J's, W's, N's, S's, other things like that. And that's one out of two states that do it in the United States. There is one more state that also do it, and that state is Wisconsin. Wisconsin up in the north also does it. So you got Missouri down here, you got Wisconsin up here. They also use a lot of their roads are usually numbered with letters. So we just go on one of their roads here, for example, like yeah, I don't know, like around here, sort of. They usually have a lot more. Maybe I can't find some at the moment, but yeah, they do also have lettered roads. So if you do see lettered roads with in the United States, you're going to be in either Wisconsin or Missouri. You can probably tell which one of those you are going to be in. Right, next one here. We are here in the Department of Tacna in Peru, and in the departments of Tacna and Moquegua, which I'll show you in the map in a moment, those you can have this type of sticker, this white sticker with blue text. It can also be inverted as well. It can be just like blue sticker with white text. And sometimes you can see both of them. Sometimes you can only see one of them. But yeah, usually you'll find these stickers on the poles. Not always, but most of the time. And if you do see these stickers, you're going to be in one of these two departments, either in Tacna or in Moquegua. So Tacna is just right here. It's the two most southern departments in Peru, really. It's this one here, and the Moquegua is this one here. So these two departments have these stickers on their poles. So it's a very good tip to know. Hope your region gets Peru immensely. Right, next here, we move on to Europe. Now we are in Ireland. And in Ireland, if you have a pretty hilly kind of some hills to the south, maybe to the north as well, and you're in Ireland, you're probably going to be in the city of Cork down south, as Cork is a pretty hilly place. Not many people know that Cork is quite hilly, and more hilly than like Limerick or Dublin or something, or Galway. Cork is quite hilly, and yeah, so if you see these kind of hills, you're probably going to be in the city of Cork. Right, now we move on to Szczecin. Szczecin, I hope you said this name of this city up here in northwest Poland. But this city has these unique street signs which have the green on top and the blue on the bottom. And this word here, Turzin, in the blue, can tell you what district in Szczecin you're in. So you can get like immediate 5Ks or very close guesses just based on seeing one of these street signs. First, you know what city you're in. Now you just know what district you're in, and then you have the street sign to get the 5K. So these are very, very, very helpful street signs and very good to know in GeoGuess or when you're in Poland. Right, next we are in Israel/West Bank. And when you're in Ramallah, which is kind of the capital city of Palestine, I guess, maybe not, but they have a lot of these black water tanks on top of all their roofs. You can see this in other Palestinian cities, but the thing with Ramallah is they're absolutely everywhere. So many roofs in this one location. Just got tanks absolutely everywhere. Even some up there. But there's just so many on that roof, that roof's got many too. So yeah, if you just see a ton of these tanks just laying on top of these apartments and roofs in Israel, Palestine, then you should consider seeing Ramallah in Palestine. So, yep, very good tip to know. Right, next one. We are here in mainland Malaysia, and the good tip to know here when you're in Malaysia is that if you see this like leaf sort of style on the bins, you're going to be in one of the north states of Perlis or Kedah, which I'll show you where they're on the map at the moment. But they usually have a green lid on the bin and this sort of two leaves together with like a dot there as well. That design on the bin is pretty unique to these two northwestern states. As you know, Malaysia can be pretty hard to reach and guess. Bins is one good thing to know in Malaysia, as a lot of these places have unique bin styles. So yeah, Kedah, this one up here, and Perlis right up here in Malaysia. These two states pretty commonly have those leaf things, and you should always send one of those states if you see that type of bin. Right, next tip. We are moving on to Africa now. And here, if you see this like dirty, spotty car in Kenya, we usually have no snorkel, then you should be in this region around this part of Kenya. So this is the B9 up here. You usually should be like around this area. So I think it's like this road's got it. This road down here has got it too. I think it might go down there. But really, only I think it's just these roads are out here. I think this road might have it too. I'll check that in a moment, but I think it does. The car's blurred here, but yeah, it's just around that kind of areas where you will find that that spotty type coverage. As Kenya can be quite difficult to region guess, even out in the desert areas. But just to know these kind of tips is very helpful to know. As you can see here, we got these spotty cars who should be out and somewhere on that part of Kenya. Right, next we're into South Africa, and we're in Mpumalanga, which is one of the states up in like east next to Eswatini. And one of the good tips you have for Mpumalanga are these poles. They're not very common, not super common, but if you do see them, they're unique to here. If you see these two little upward facing crossbars that are like holding up the insulators, you can have either two of these, or in behind us we have a version with just the one, like this. If you see one of these poles, then you're very likely going to be in the state of Mpumalanga, which is, you know where that is, that's just over here in this part of South Africa, right here, just around this area, just sort of towards Eswatini. Like, yeah, this state kind of right around here, I think it extends out towards there as well. So yeah, this state around here pretty commonly has those type of poles. So if you see that, go this state and get some nice points. Right, now we're moving on to Oceania now. So we are here on Rottnest Island, which is an island off the coast of Perth in Western Australia. It's an island that can be seen, that has quite a bit of coverage and is visited by a lot of tourists, especially me. I've been there as well. And it has only trekker coverage, as you can see here. This is done on a trekker with a guy holding it. A lot of the rural coverage just looks like this. You're just sort of like on these kind of roads here, just walking about. And this is what the kind of landscape looks like. It's kind of just bushes everywhere. It's kind of things like this. And yeah, it's just, there is quite a bit of coverage around here, especially like if you just click around here. You can see that all these blue lines here, they're all trekker coverage. There's even some boat coverage too. And even in the more urban areas, it's very easy to just tell you're in Rottnest Island, because you can just click here, for example. We're just in the main area. We're on the beach here, but there's a lot of trekker taken along. This is the main settlement. And usually, if you just zoom in the distance, you can see Perth right in the distance there. That's the skyline of Perth. So yeah, this is Rottnest Island for you. Very distinctive, very good to know, and very niche tip if you do get it in GeoGuessr. And the last tip I have for you here is going to be about Upper Hutt, a sort of little town, city, just northeast of Wellington in New Zealand. And the tip here is that if you see this kind of bird with this big tail here, I think it's like a quail or something, then you see this type of street sign with this unique feature, you're going to be in Upper Hutt in New Zealand. Only going to be Upper Hutt, not even going to be like Wellington or Lower Hutts and another place just nearby. You're always going to be in this little town city around here, whatever you want to call it. It's located right here. I think we'll just quickly load right around here in Upper Hutt, just near Wellington, just northeast of it, not far from it at all. Located right about here. And yeah, it's pretty unique, pretty good to know, as it's pretty unique. And yeah, so it's going to be right here, not going to be Lower Hutt or Wellington, just going to be up here. And that's a pretty good tip to know as well. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. If you do really enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing. I will definitely do more if you really want me to. Just comment if you want to see it. And yeah, I guess I'll just catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.